Hello everyone and welcome to a book talk. So I'm thinking I'm going to be calling these book talks from now on rather than reviews because I'm personally not reviewing it. I'm just telling you what's in the book. So just talking about the book. Today we will be talking about Death in Dark Blue by Julia Buckley. This is book number 2 in a cozy mystery series called A Writers Apprentice Mystery. So in this one, we are still following Lena, and it's, of course, with cozy mysteries, they follow the events of the book previous. I do recommend reading cozy mysteries in order personally. I know a lot of people say you technically don't, but there's little plot threads that connect each book. So there are plot threads that connect the first book to this book that you'll want to at least have a knowledge of. So I do recommend reading these in order. My edition, as you can see, is a mass market paperback, and this edition was 276 pages. This was published in 2017, and this is, again, book number 2. The series, as of right now, I don't know if it's complete or if it's ongoing, but as of right now, there are 6 books in this series. When I read this book, there was an audiobook available via Everand, and I did listen to that. It was narrated by Rebecca Mitchell, and it was 7 hours and 53 minutes on standard 1x speed. If you are looking for books that take place throughout maybe a book per state in the United States, as I am trying to do, this will cover you for the state of Indiana. So we are following Lena. She is still the apprentice to Camilla Graham, who is her writer idol, her book, her author idol. She lives in the same house as Camilla Graham now, and there is another dead body. Lena's boyfriend that's on the down low is accused of said murder, or they are thinking that maybe it is set up to look like he did it when he really didn't. So yeah, in this one there's a lot of reporters who are coming, trying to, like, paparazzi think, trying to sneak pictures of it. And of course, it's your standard cozy mystery. Lena and Camilla insert themselves in the investigation to clear Lena's boyfriend because they do not believe that he is responsible for any said murder. So they're trying to figure out who did it and what's going on, and stay in contact with the police and let them know. There's not really any animosity, at least in this book, between Lena and the police person. So, or the detective is the word I want to use, the police detective. So it's not like she's thinking that they're incompetent. They are curious and they want to solve the puzzle and are thinking they're going to help the investigation, and things like that. So that's your standard cozy mystery, and I enjoyed this one. I just enjoy cozy mysteries. I can get through them quick and I find them to be a good time. Okay. As far as your content and your trigger warning, in this particular book, you do have a sexual scene, but it is a fade to black. So if you don't want even that, then give it a pass, but it is more of a fade to black, like it's basically like they're walking down the hallway, they're touching each other and kissing deeply, and then they're in the bedroom, but it doesn't say, it just says they're heading to the bedroom, and then it's the next morning, and it hints at the fact that they had sex that night before. So that's the extent of that, okay? Other content in your trigger warnings, you do have loss of a loved one or death of a loved one talked about. You do have mentions of someone who is in a possible abusive and controlling relationship. You do have mentions of someone who exited said relationship and is able to give some information about a particular character of them being very controlling and obsessive. You have, in that type of a relationship, I would assume, and it does hint at psychological abuse towards a partner as well. And when there's controlling and obsession, you also have manipulation in that. You also, in this particular book, you do have a mention of a child that is kidnapped, so please be aware of that. And it does, I would say this does end on a cliffhanger, like most cozy mysteries. Well, I don't know if I should say most, but this cozy mystery does end on a cliffhanger. And those are your content and your trigger warnings. As far as representation, I do believe you have LGBT rep, specifically female. It is a very minor side character, but it is hinted at that she is attracted to another woman. So potential LGBT, I don't know if it'll expand on that. It's just kind of like a town person who has the potential to become a friend with Lena in this. So there's really not a lot of information on that. Again, it's on with a minor side character. And in case you are still on the fence, we do have the following words. We have God not in religious context 24 times, God forsaken 1 time, damn 3, ass once, jackass once, hell once, God twice used in religious context, big ass once, Lord once, not in religious context, and then you also have the word cancer once and prude once. So those are your words. A little bit quote-unquote rougher with the language compared to other cozy mysteries that I have read, but I found it to still be enjoyable. Now, there is only one thing in this particular book that I personally underlined, and it says, sometimes life hands you the unexpected. That's the one and only thing I underlined. Okay, now I'm going to read to you about Julia Buckley, that is found at the back of the book. It says, Julia Buckley is also the author of the Undercover Dish Mysteries, including Cheddar Off Dead and The Big Chili. She is a member of Mystery Writers of America, Sisters in Crime, and Romance Writers of America, as well as the Chicago Writers Association. Julia has taught high school English for 28 years. She lives in Chicago with her husband, 2 sons, 4 cats, and a dog. Visit her online at juliabuckley.com. And in these book talks, if there is an author website, I will try to remember. I think I'm doing better with that, but if you're interested in looking at the author's website to get a little bit more information as far as publication, future books coming out, things like that, I try to list the author's website. So that is Death in Dark Blue by Julia Buckley. Have you read this book? Have you read any other books by Julia Buckley? Definitely let me know. And does this sound intriguing to you? Or are cozy mysteries just not your thing? Nothing wrong with that. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.